Be sure to subscribe and click on the bell for notifications on future uploads. Hello everyone, Bard here, or you can call me Sully. Well, it's Valentine's Day, and I have quite an interesting cartoon to review. One that is public domain, but isn't necessarily a Valentine's Day themed cartoon in general. But it does feature an icon that is very familiar with the holiday, Cupid. Released by the Buren Corporation on July 24th, 1936, the cartoon is Cupid Gets His Man. In a place where Cupids work in creating arrows and practice shooting dummies in the heart, they also go out to make a man and woman love each other and to be wed. And once they're married, the stork chooses what child, or children, the married couple will get, via the spin of a wheel of fortune. But one man and woman, who also happen to be neighbors, refuse to be in love and get married, as they hate each other through deliberate or accidental means. So the head Cupid launches an attack on the feuding neighbors to get them married, after failing to do so himself. The first time I saw this cartoon was on the 200 Classic Cartoons DVD set from Mill Creek Entertainment, and the cartoon on this set has a moment cut out from the original version, which I'm reviewing, as it's part of the Van Buren's Rainbow Parade series, which I will not be showing but is fully available on YouTube. But I will say, it is really racist, and I'll leave it at that. Anyway, for the cartoon itself, even with having seen it every Valentine season on this DVD, and now seeing the full version on YouTube, it's a pretty odd and questionable one to say the least. But that's not to say it's bad in any way, for there are a few things I like. The man is caricatured after C.W. Fields, which was an easy guess for me, yet the woman, which I had to look up, is supposedly caricatured after Edna May Oliver, who I never heard of before, but is an interesting fact. Some of the visual gags are good, and two that got a laugh out of me is where the man gets his hat and cigar mixed up, and where he's doing laundry, washes out the tablecloth pattern, and gets it onto his Long John underwear. Yet for everything else that happens, from the stork picking out the babies, to the Cupid battle in the end, it's just fine. But what makes me question, outside of why a plane is casting a white shadow instead of a black one, is why force two people that hate each other to get married, and I never once questioned about it until now, when having seen it again after so long. I mean, at one point, the two neighbors have a hatred for Cupid, which should be enough of a reason to like each other over something that they hate, but they still hate each other. So why couldn't Cupid just accept that not every man and woman is ready to wed, or isn't interested in it? And yet, the two are wanted for matrimony, and none of the other men and women are shown to love or hate each other. So is the Cupid of this cartoon randomly picking two people to wed, or two people that want it the most? Not to mention that if two people don't get married, Cupid will force them to do so. Yes, it's an overall crazy cartoon from a certain perspective, but it's outdated in doing the shotgun wedding, or shot arrow wedding approach, and I feel like Cupid shouldn't be this hostile. But, like he says in the end, Cupid always gets his man. As a whole, this cartoon is odd. The characters are fine, the story is alright for what it is, and the animation is fine enough. Director Tom Palmer had made a cartoon about Cupids that, while not a Valentine cartoon, is fine enough to be, since Cupid is the holiday icon. But with that said, there are a decent amount of visual gags, with only a couple of them giving me a laugh, and a nice look, though briefly, into how Cupid works. Yet, it's odd in how it goes and what it's doing with the feuding neighbors and Cupid's own methods. It's not a great cartoon in any way, but it is pretty questionable in its delivery. So today, this cartoon will be given a rating of 2.5 mixed stars. So that is it. Thank you for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Facebook or Twitter, support me on Patreon, and until next time for a new video, and have a happy Valentine's Day.